Traveling to exciting and exotic places is something that crosses our minds most of the time when we think of taking a break from the hustle and bustle of life. But do we ever think about going on pilgrimages?
It's another wonderful episode of your favorite show, Catholic Faith Forum, where we discuss matters bordering on faith, morality, and popular culture. It's a necessary fact that we have to represent.
Yes, it is.
I'm Chima.
And I'm May.
And today we'll be talking about the importance of pilgrimages for faith development.
Okay, before we introduce our guests and before we get into the gist of the day, we'll take this very short break. But trust me, what is waiting for you on the other side is so amazing. So don't go anywhere. Sit down. Don't move. Welcome back to your favorite youth show, Catholic Faith Forum. Today we shall be talking about the importance of pilgrimages for faith development. Our guest on the show for today, as always, is Barrister Remigius Nwadike. He's the MD of Veritas Travels. Thank you very much, sir, for being here.
May, it's a pleasure to be with you.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. You're looking very resplendent and sparkling. In fact, I'm thinking about going on a pilgrimage right now. Okay, sir. Okay,
thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. What is a pilgrimage?
Really, when you talk about pilgrimage, the word pilgrimage, it is derived from Latin word peregrinum, which conveys the idea of wandering, going to a different place.
Okay.
But many a times when you talk about pilgrimage in the religious sense, going to a place of faith with the aim of meeting your God or a deity you adore so much.
Oh, nicely put. So it's not just about traveling to one exotic place. You have to actually go to a place with relevance. Okay, so what is the purpose of pilgrimages?
Pilgrimage has to do with religion. Has to do with religion. You know, we have different religions. Even ATR, African Traditional Religion, Hindu, Buddhist, all these people engage in one pilgrimage or the other.
Yes.
But for the purpose of this, for today, for the purpose of this transmission, we talk about Christian pilgrimage because we are in a Catholic forum.
Yes.
So, for Christians, our major aim of going on pilgrimage is to commune, have an idea of our Mecca. For us Catholics, when we are talking about going on pilgrimage, we try to go to those areas like the saints, where the saints were buried, like the ways, if you go to Bethlehem, Jesus Christ, the way Jesus Christ followed, our Mother Mary. Those are the things we have in mind. And the essence of going there is to have a closer relationship with our Mecca.
Wonderful. All right, so talking about pilgrimages, what kinds of experiences have you seen people have on pilgrimages?
When they talk about experiences is a little bit subjective. People go on pilgrimage for different purposes, and also that influences the kind of experience. But one thing that is common is that the interest of exploring a place you do hear about and you have not been there. Okay. That is one thing that is common to every pilgrim. That anxiety, that urge that I want to be that place. Even the preparatory time for them to engage in pilgrimage, you see the urge of all the people calling you, when are we going and when are we going to be there? So that's one thing that is common among all the pilgrims. Okay. But when I say being subjective, and I say that it should the feelings has to do with purpose at times. Some people go on pilgrimage for sightseeing. Yes, sightseeing. Let me go and see how this place is. Some people go there for spiritual exercises. Purely, that's what it ought to be. Some people go there for miracles.
Wow.
Some people have their businesses are not moving very well. They say, let me go there and pray. So when that person who had this kind of intention of going to pilgrimage, you see that his or her own experience will be tailored towards that his in motive. And once, for example, when people that goes to Loss, you go to Loss, you bet with in the water, the spring, Some collect the water because they believe that it has a healing power. So when such person, after collecting that water, coming back, spraying it in his business, and he sees things green. Even when he's coming back, he has that feeling that, look, all my problems have been taken away. And at times you see people think like that. They have taken my body and say, away spontaneously. Wow. It's an experience.
Wonderful.
Okay, so you've mentioned a few places that people go to. So what are some of these places that people go to on pilgrimage?
Yeah, if you are talking about Christian pilgrimage, like us Catholics, we talk about the Holy Land, Rome. It's awesome. The opportunity, even at a time like every Wednesday, you have the papal audience. People have opportunity of listening to the Pope. Some people have the privilege of having a handshake with the Pope.
Yes.
That's a different one. Then the Holy Land, which is the biggest area you can talk about pilgrimage. You have opportunity of going to Mount Tabor, the Transfiguration. You have opportunity of going to Bethlehem, the Nativity where Jesus Christ was born. You have opportunity of going to Via Dolorosa, the way of the cross, the station of the which they use. Do here. Which they use. Do here. You see. So there are many places. If you talk about Portugal, Fatima in Portugal. You talk about Spain. You talk about Spain. So you have like Saint Teresa of Child Jesus, Saint Teresa of Avila, which they think is only used. People just came in from Rome. They went to Avila because of the feast day, October 15. So there are many, many places you can talk about visiting for pilgrimage. You talk about Santiago de Compostela, the St. James, the word of St. James. There are many places you can talk about. But the major places you talk about Jerusalem, Spain, France, France and Italy.
About pilgrimages again, we're still talking on pilgrimages. When did it actually become a necessary thing? And when did it become a thing, rather? And is it necessary for a Christian's or a Catholic spiritual development?
Yes, you are taking us back now to a little bit historical analysis of pilgrimage. Because we know that even the fall of Jerusalem, when Jerusalem was rebuilt, the Jewish people, they were going on pilgrimages. They had the feasts. They have the three common feasts. The unleavened bread, the Passover feast, the Pentecost, and the feast of the tabernacle, the gathering. So the Jewish people, they go on pilgrimage to these feasts. And we are meant to understand that these canticles, they always sing in hymns of pilgrims. Hymns of pilgrims, like the Psalm 119 and 133 is the Psalm of pilgrimage. So that's where we trace the origin of a pilgrimage. They go to the feast, go on pilgrimage. Even you remember that when they went to the synagogue, the time Jesus Christ was, they left Jesus Christ behind. All this. So there's a part of pilgrimages. Then. Okay,
so you're saying that it's pilgrimages started as far back as then.
Yes.
That's interesting. What about people who go
before Christ?
Yes. What about people who go on pilgrimage to places that are not necessarily biblical, like mountains, deserts, and so on and so forth? Does it still serve the same purpose?
Yeah, if you talk about pilgrimages, like I use the word subjectiveness of pilgrimage, it varies from individuals. Many people go to deserts. Many people go to mountains. And they say they are going to mountains. What is their essence is to commune with their God. Like one man said that, why should I go to the church and be thinking about mountains rather than going to the mountain and thinking about God? So they want that area that's so serene that they can think about God, talk about God. Like even if among our charismatic members, you hear them say they are going to the wilderness, they are going to the mountain. The essence of it is where they can be close to their God. And that's exactly what pilgrimage ought to do. Draw you closer to God. Help you to realize that the Bible we read is a reality. Help you to realize that somebody like Jesus Christ came into this world. And when you have this experience, you have a renewal, spiritual renewal.
Okay, so what does a pilgrim who plans to go on pilgrimages, especially for spiritual revitalization, need to have at hand first, aside the the resources for the trip, what preparations does a pilgrim need to have before embarking on any pilgrimage at all?
Well, we want to take pilgrims on a pilgrimage. We do interview. Thereafter, even before they take off, we try to do a mini retreat. Like you say in catechism, what is prayer? Prayer is raising up our hearts and mind in Christ. You try to raise up their hearts and mind and let them know that what they are going to embark on is a spiritual exercise. It's not a jamboree. There's a difference between a pilgrimage and a tourism.
Yes.
There's a difference. So we prepare them. We always tell them, come with your rosary. Come with your Bible. Because there you have a lot of masses being said. You have confession. You have opportunity of, even some people had the opportunity of opening up to the priest to do open confession. Some do consultations. You have even the tour guides there and asking, telling you a lot of, you meet people. They will tell you story of people who have even taken pilgrimage as a part of their life. They hear from them in living sense. So you prepare yourself, go to confession. Go to confession, prepare yourself that you are coming to meet your God. And indeed, when you are coming to meet the relics and the feastings where Jesus was born, where Jesus was crucified, where Pilate sat and all those things, you are passing the fruit of Christ. You are passing the way our Lord Jesus Christ passed. So you try to put yourself in a state of grace.
Okay, so we asked a couple of people about pilgrimages and we got a lot of interesting opinions. So we'll take a break now to hear these opinions about people and what they have to say about pilgrimages. Stay with us.
Is it important for a Christian to go on pilgrimage?
Oh yes, it is. It is. It is because going on pilgrimage, depending on where you're going to, takes you through history. It's almost like you're rewalking the steps of the saints or even the steps of our Lord, wherever that area, wherever you go on pilgrimage. And I think it helps you have a deeper connection and a deeper appreciation for that. So yes.
Is it important for Christians to go on pilgrimage?
No, I don't think it's important. I think the only things that are important for Christians to do are to read the word and understand it and put it into practice and pray to God and live through Christ. Live through Christ in your actions.
Have you gone on a pilgrimage before?
No, I haven't.
Do you think it's important for Christians to go on pilgrimage?
I think it is very necessary. In fact, it is extremely important. This would help remind us of our roots, of the faith that we profess, and also help us maintain that same faith. I think it's very necessary. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Welcome back to the show. It still remains your #1 Catholic youth show, Catholic Faith Forum. And today we are talking about the importance of pilgrimages to our faith formation. You see, you saw the opinions from the street. A lot of people are on the fence, a lot of people are for, a lot of people are against. Now we're going back to our guests to continue our discussion.
Okay, I heard about a lot of people who, from going on a pilgrimage, they decide to run away and disappear into the foreign countries they go to. What do you have to say about this? And how reoccurring is this?
Me and my sister, it's unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate. It's something we don't like to say. Talk. It's so unfortunate. Where we are trying to build the image of our country, Nigeria, not even youth. Please, I'm sorry, don't mention youth. We have people of 40 years, 50 years, running away. People who are gainfully employed, you see married women leaving their kids and their husband running away.
Oh, God.
It's common. It's quite unfortunate. That's why even it has affected the Catholic Church too. Because before we have, the Catholic Church have one kind of honor. When it comes to that, they give us that recognition that yes, we organize and yes, that's what the church is. But now they scrutinize our pilgrims. Wow. Because many have also used the instrumentality of the church to run away. It's unfortunate, my brother and sister. It's not what we like talking about.
I don't know why a lot of people always try to bring out the bad in every good situation. Anyway, it's fine. People speak about walking the Stations of the Cross as a form of penance. So how does going on pilgrimage serve as a form of penance for people?
Yes, majority of people use pilgrimage as a way of penance, restitution. try to also, when you are talking about station of the cross, like called the Via Dolorosa, the way of the cross, the way of the cross, as you have it in Israel, Jerusalem, we pass through the ways Jesus Christ passed. A typical example of it is also what we do Good Friday youths do. Try to show you what you read in Bible.
To dramatize it.
Dramatize it. A lot of people engage in it. Is the climax of it because it spans a long route. A long route has this till you come to from the night station, then you come to the Holy Sepulchre Church, where you continue with other stations. It's a wonderful experience, and it's a way of us making restitution for our sins, making penance. Penance is a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing, and everybody that goes on pilgrimage, that's why I say you try to put yourself in the state of grace and pass through that station of the cross. It's a wonderful penance, and I believe that after engaging in it, you have that fulfillment that God has taken away my sins.
Yes.
Wonderful. Still speaking on the spiritual implications of pilgrimage. Now, people go to places more than once. People go for pilgrimages more than once to various places or to a certain place. Is this advisable? How many times should a person visit a particular pilgrimage location?
My brother, this question is like asking me how many times I should go to church. That's the simple answer.
Wonderful.
If I have the resources,
you can go every time.
If I have the resources, I'll be spending my Easter either in France, Portugal, or Israel. Some women, their grandmothers, their children are well to do. They are engaged in pilgrimage often. I know a woman who patronizes us very well. The woman, she said that she will continue going on pilgrimage till God takes her back to himself.
Okay.
So you can't be tired of going to pilgrimage. You don't have the time limit of going on pilgrimage. Do you know that people engage on pilgrimage for their children? Yes. Wow. Yes, some people engage on pilgrimage for their children. Some who wants their children to get married, they feel that I need to go there and pray. Say they want to go to River Jordan, touch that water. So it's a spiritual people. As our problems, we have a different it's issue of faith. Pilgrimage is an issue of faith. So we have different stages of faith.
Okay.
But in summary, you encourage, you engage in pilgrimage as long as you have the resources. Yes.
Okay, most of the pilgrimage sites you've talked about are outside this country, and a lot of people might not have the resources to actually afford this. So are there pilgrimage sites within Nigeria that people can go to?
Yeah, though the church have not come out officially to make pronouncements, that our Catholic Church, before the issue of Fatima came lost, the church have scrutinized it very well. Sometime around the 90s, we had this outbreak in Benue. It was a pilgrimage site when it was stated that the Virgin Mary came in an apparition. So people were going there on pilgrimage. Then if you also look at the members of Blessed Tansi Solidarity Prayer Movement, many of them go to Holy Trinity to Onitsha, where Father Tansi was buried. I've even gone there. I remember when I was seeking for admission to read law. Yes, I read it. It's not nowadays. We read the first one. I wanted to read law. I went there. I joined the group. I prayed. And I do know, believe me, I'm sorry if I may digress a little. It's like with spirituality of a pilgrimage. I went to where Father Tansi was buried. I said, look, Father Tansi, intercede for me. If I don't get law this year, I will join the monks. Wow. Because I had opportunity of, when I joined Tansi, the Cistercian monks, the order of Cistercian, or the Cistercian monks. That year, God did it in a way for me, in a miraculous way, and I got law. So I attributed it to that, my pilgrimage to the burial site of Father Tansi, blessed Father Tansi. It's like even some societies too. Like I remember two in St. Dominic's. When I was in primary school, I have never been to Lagos. We do hear about St. Dominic's, where the first time I came to hear about the word votive mass was when we put envelope, St. Jude Apostolate, sending it through CKC Aba, down to here. And many people come on pilgrimage here. St. Dominic's from the east. Come here.
Wow.
It's pilgrimage.
Interesting.
It's a faith.
Okay.
And I was looking forward. The day I came, I said, is this St. Dominic's? I came here and I prayed. I lit my candle. I came on pilgrimage. So pilgrimage is a thing of faith. It may not necessarily mean that it must be in Jerusalem.
Okay, so to reiterate what you just said right now, places of pilgrimage are places where people can visit to renew their faith or to strengthen their faith.
Yes. It's issue of faith, spirituality, and morality.
Wonderful.
Yes, that's what's... even if not only Christians, what of the Muslims?
Yeah, true.
They go to Mecca. Where Allah went to, they always go to Medina too, where Muhammad passed through. So it's your faith.
Okay, so you're saying every Christian should, if they can afford it,
If they can
make
afford it,
an effort to actually go on pilgrimages.
Pilgrimage is wonderful. It's one. If after embarking on pilgrimage, you summarize the Bible, the New Testament. Yes. You try to bring the New Testament, the life of Jesus,
The apostles and everything.
See, like if you are talking about Santiago, we talk about St. James, the apostles. Even in Rome, where many of them were martyred. You see, they really, a lot of this you can't name the importance, you can't really start here to count the importance of embarking on the spiritual aspect of it. Though they have some social aspect of it too, which our people are abusing, but the essence of it is spirituality.
Okay.
And some also sightseeing. But many times, some people had a mind of sightseeing, but once they go there and see what others are doing, they are converted.
Wow,
immediately.
interesting.
Some even somebody had the experience of running away. Open confession. But after engaging on this, he changed his mind, became a changed person.
Oh, that's
and came
amazing.
back.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for being on the show. So any last words for your viewers?
Yeah, we encourage people to go on pilgrimage. You can sponsor somebody on pilgrimage. If you have the money, you don't want to go, you can sponsor your parish priest. You can sponsor your parents who are celebrating. It can be birthday gift. You can sponsor even your honeymoon. Your honeymoon can not only go in a place, you can be a spiritual one. When you commit your marriage into the hand of God, you see what's happened. So it's a worthy venture spiritually.
Okay.
And, also use it another way. For those who have virgin passports, it's another way of also making your passport easy for you. So that when you think about going to America, you're no longer carrying a virgin passport. So that's another economic gain in it. So thank you so much.
You've heard it all. Pilgrimages are good for developing your faith. So if you're thinking about traveling, think about going on a pilgrimage. You will definitely have an experience to remember. Thank you for being with us on Catholic Faith Forum. It has been the importance of pilgrimages for faith development. Chima?
Well, like we've always says, is go on pilgrimages if you can. Thank you very much once again to our guest, Barrister Remigius, for coming on the show. It's been a pleasure, sir.
Chima, thank you so much.
You're welcome, sir. So until we come your way next time, if you have any questions, you can always visit us at CFFONTV across every social media platform to drop your questions and get answers. You can also visit our YouTube channel, Dominican Media Present, to keep up with our content and view the past episodes of the show. Until we come your way next time with another wonderful episode. Keep being saints.
In jeans and shirts.